Yo, what is up guys and welcome to another Wild Rift video. The new patch notes have just dropped for the new patch 4.3b. I have not seen anything of it, but I'm hearing a lot of people complain about champions that are already broken becoming more broken. So let's see what the hell they're talking about. So let's read through it. Wild Rift patch notes 4.3b. We're taking a look at the meta since our overhaul of the rune system and making some adjustments to some champions who needed some help to find their footing, and those who have been towing the line. We also have the addition of Mecha. I don't care about skin line. No, we've turned Yumi into a ham and sandwich. This patch we've got a new a Yumi skin for the Wild Pass, by the way. Oh my god, like from every champion they could have chosen, they bring a stupid Yumi skin. Are you kidding me? Okay. I'm not buying this Wild Pass. I didn't buy the Wild Pass this season either. I'm not buying this one either. Screw that. Don't care about the events. Alright, let's take a look at the champion changes. I'm gonna guess for each champion what the changes are. Aatrox, I'm gonna guess he's gonna get nerfed. Aatrox is quite strong. Aatrox has been performing well in the jungle. Yeah, that's what I thought. But struggling in the Baron lane. I wouldn't say so. I mean, I think he's fine, but okay. We're granting him some more health when he hits minions, which should give him more sustain in lane. Wait, what? Deathbringer stance. Healing effect from hitting me. Oh, that's his passive. He's gonna heal up more when he hits minions. Okay, I guess. You know what? I find this a fine change. His first ability also does more damage to minions. I guess that's fine. But I honestly thought he would get nerfed. Like, he's very strong, especially in the jungle. Akali, well, I'm gonna guess she's gonna get buffed just because people are saying already broken champions are getting buffed. I'm gonna guess she's getting buffed just based on that. This rogue assassin has been struggling to adapt. I mean, really? Has she really been struggling? Since our changes to boots and runes. So we're reducing some of our energy costs to help her out in the laning phase. We're also adjusting some of Akali's other abilities to make her more flexible during team fights. Assassin's Mark. Moving towards the outside ring of energy grants you bonus movement. You get a lot more movement speed late game. A lot more. So you can proc your passive a lot faster because of this. Exiting the ring, you'll be able to exit the ring faster and you'll be able to go back to the enemy much faster. Like, this is really a significant buff, this one. Like, this may not look like a buff because a lot of people only really look at buffs like, you know, damage buff, tankiness buff, but speed buffs are huge as well. This is massive. This is a huge buff. First ability also costs much less mana early game. Oh lord. These are big buffs to Akali. I really think Akali will become one of the strongest mid laners again. These are huge buffs. God. Akali mains are literally dancing right now because this is massive. I want to remind you guys, by the way, I am doing a skin giveaway this month. All you have to do to enter is put down a comment under the video. I'm giving away 4 skins. Also, make sure you give the video a like. It really supports the channel a lot. So if you're enjoying the video, make sure you give it a like. Akshan, I'm gonna guess he's getting a buff because we haven't seen Akshan much. But yet again, Akshan is fine. He doesn't really need a buff. But okay, let's see. Akshan is struggling. Yeah, I knew they were gonna buff him to find his place in the meta. We think he could be doing more damage, especially in the later stages of the game. Okay, I guess we're giving this rogue sentinel some much needed buffs to boost his damage in the late game. He gets more attack damage in the late game, 14.5 at level 15 to be precise. I did quick maths. It's not exactly that, but it's like 14.55, but it's fine. What is this? That's what the ability is called. Minimum damage. Oh, that's the ultimate. Wait a minute. They're buffing the minimum damage it does, so it will be able to chunk down enemies a little bit better. I guess that's fine. But this is where the real buff is at, I guess. Maximum damage, especially late game. Your ult will really do quite a lot more damage. This is okay. This is quite significant, I would say. 40 extra damage. This is quite significant, especially if you're playing on hit Akshan. You know, you're not going like full AD Akshan. This is quite significant because even when you go on hit Akshan, your basic attacks are gonna hurt a lot, but your ult won't hurt as much. But now your ult is gonna hurt a lot more because of that. This is quite a significant buff, I want to say. And also he gets more attack damage late game. This will really buff Akshan late game. Fiora is getting a nerf. Recently we've made changes to Hullbreaker. Those changes ended up really, they're gonna buff Fiora. Those changes ended up impacting Fiora's ability to solo push lanes in the later stages of the game. Really? So they're saying it in a way that Fiora cannot push fast enough. You know how obnoxious Fiora already is? We're adjusting her first ability, giving her a new mechanic so she can... Oh wait, what did I do? What did I do? Oh. We're giving her first ability a new mechanic so that she can be a bigger split pushing threat. Oh my god. No way. There's no way they're bringing this to the game. There's actually no way. Fiora can... No way. Okay, there's actually no way they're doing this. Fiora can lunge on turrets. No way. This is crazy. You know how fast she'll be able to take turrets but now? Oh my god. This is crazy. This is unbelievable. You know how fast she'll be able to take turrets now? Oh lord, she'll be able to chunk down a turret in like 5 seconds now. Wow. This is so disgusting. This is so disgusting. Okay, well, let's move on, but this is crazy. Irelia, I actually know Irelia's getting a buff, because everyone was complaining about Irelia getting a buff too, and I've been playing a little bit of Irelia too. I don't really think she needs a buff, it's just people are not playing her a lot, but let's see. It requires a lot of time to master Irelia's abilities. Correct, that is true. And we want to make sure that players who have put in the time to master her can have more highlight moments in the game. I mean... She's already very strong, but okay. So we're buffing some of her abilities so that she can have better so that she can better survive during her duels. Damage reduction. Oh, okay. You know what? I like this. Her second ability has higher damage reduction now. Actually, you know what? I like this. They're not buffing her in places that make her broken. They're buffing her in places that make it better to master her. This is good. So now when you use your second ability, it's basically like Master Yi's second ability. You'll reduce the enemy's damage by more. 60% instead of 50%. I actually like this a lot. This is also very good in to reduce turret damage. So you know what? I like this. It also does a little bit more damage early game. Great. It does a little bit less damage, but it's not significant in the late game. But the early game damage buff is also quite significant. I actually like this. I actually like this change. Jarvan, are they? I think they're nerfing full lethality Jarvan. They're probably going to give him more base damage, but they're going to reduce his scaling damage. I'm going to guess that. It's a very specific guess, but I'm going to guess they're going to reduce his scaling with AD, but they're going to buff his base damage. If I'm right with this one, then I'm a god. Okay, let's see. While Jarvan can flex as both a tank and a fighter, we've recently seen that he's been predominantly picked and built as a fighter. As a fighter or as an assassin? He's more an assassin with lethality, but okay. We want to make sure it still feels good to build and play him as a main tank for your team, so we're making some adjustments to his kit to make him beefier. Cooldown of acting on the same target. His passive, you'll be able to use it more often on the same target. That's a buff. His shield. Okay, this is one of my guesses. His shield now skills on maximum health, so if you build him tankier, it's better. Cataclysm. Damage from enemies is reduced by... Wait, what? I didn't even know this existed. Oh, it's new. It's new. So, okay, I was just gonna say, what? This existed? So now, damage from enemies is reduced by 12, 16, 20% inside the ultimate. The effect will be removed. Okay, this is good. The effect will be removed when leaving Cataclysm or the barrier surrounding the terrain collapses. This is actually good. This is actually really, really good. Now, if you ult an enemy, they'll do less damage to you. However, they only buffed Jarvan. They didn't do the thing that I guessed, which is nerf lethality Jarvan. They didn't nerf his scaling in any way, shape, or form. They only buffed him. So they buffed his passive. They buffed his second ability, making him tankier. And they buffed his ultimate, giving more utility to the team by reducing the damage the enemies do while they're inside your ultimate. This is actually pretty crazy. This is a massive Jarvan buff. Wow. Jace. I think Jace is gonna get buffed. Jace sucks. Jace has been struggling to perform. Yeah, this is true. Jace sucks. But has recently started to shine in the jungle. We've made some adjustments to his hammer form, which should make his opponents think twice before stepping up to the defender of tomorrow. We're also adjusting the damage he does to monsters, so he isn't as efficient at hammering away at jungle camps. His base damage is up by 2. Okay, so it's a little bit better, I guess. Now, his second ability has a damage ratio to monsters, so it does less damage. He has a slower jungle clear. His hammer, I'm not sure what this is. I believe this is when you change into his hammer or something. Or this is the third ability. No, this is the third ability, yeah. They're buffing the third ability, but they're reducing the damage it does to monsters. But it does more damage to enemies, especially early game. Mercury's cannon, Mercury's hammer. Gains bonus armor and magic resist in the hammer stance. Okay, so when you go to the hammer, it gives you more armor and magic resist, I guess. No. Wait, what? Oh yeah, it does. But now it scales with your attack damage. The more attack damage you get, the more armor and magic resist you get during the hammer form. So they're just really buffing the hammer form of Jace, but they're reducing the jungle clear that he has. Okay, this will really buff him in the Baron lane especially, and the mid lane for sure. Karma is probably getting a nerf. When compared to other mid lane and support mages, how is Karma struggling? Come on, man. Really? This is what I mean with they're making everything broken except for nerfing the champions that are broken. Like, why are they not nerfing Yuumi? Why are they not nerfing Lulu? Why are they not nerfing Soraka? Instead, they're just buffing Karma to make her obnoxiously broken as well. Karma is struggling to keep up with them in both the damage and protection department. We're adjusting her main source of damage and buffing the amount of shield she can give to her allies in late stages of the game. The base damage of her first ability is going up, so she's gonna do more damage with it. And the buffed damage is going up as well. Okay. The shield is getting buffed pretty massively. Like the flat shield is getting buffed and the scaling from 50% to 65%. The shield will be massive. Also, the empowered shield will be massive. Oh my god. Welcome to the League of Karma again. She is gonna be broken again. RIP. Misfortune is very, very likely gonna get a buff. I'm gonna assume like a buff to her first ability or something like that, or her ultimate, something like that. I'm gonna guess her first ability or her passive. Let's see. When picked, Misfortune usually becomes the focus for the enemy team since it's easy to catch and kill her. Yeah, correct. We're lending her a hand, and now when you pick her, you should have a better experience positioning and dealing damage during team fights. Her base armor gets up. Her armor per level gets up as well, so she's gonna be tankier. Her first ability, critical hit damage after doubling up. Ooh! Early game she'll have less damage poking, but late game she'll have a little bit more. I want to say though this is a nerf because Misfortune is mainly like you want to bully the enemies before level 5. Now you cannot bully them as much anymore. Again, more damage late game, but it's not as much of a buff compared to the nerf. So this is more a nerf to Misfortune, this one. Second ability, the old one, if Misfortune does not take damage for 5 seconds, she gains movement speed. Then 5 seconds later, movement speed is increased further. Now, if Misfortune does not take damage for 4 seconds, she gains, instead of 5 seconds, instead of 5 seconds, now it's only 4 seconds. And only 3 seconds later, the movement speed increases. And it increases more. So you'll get the movement speed faster and you'll get more movement speed. Yeah, okay, you'll get more movement speed and you'll get it faster. But overall, I would say this is maybe a bit of a nerf to Misfortune. Actually, no, she is tankier and more speed, and in the late game more damage. It's just her early game damage that gets reduced. But you know, the problem is Misfortune is full early game. Pyke is very obviously probably gonna get a massive nerf. This champion is beyond broken right now. Since the update to support items... I want to put this mic right here. Just to be clear, Pyke has not struggled, okay? I don't know what kind of stuff Riot is on, but they need to tell me about it, because to be this disoriented and not understanding of what the hell is going on, you know what Riot does? I'm gonna tell you guys what Riot does. This is unbelievably stupid and lazy, but let me tell you what they do. They look at the win rates, they see, ooh, Pyke has a 47% win rate, so he has to be very weak. They probably look at Chinese API as well. But Pyke is not weak. I'm really not sure how he has a 47% win rate. Maybe people are just picking him up and not knowing what to do. But Pyke mains are absolutely running down everyone with this champion. It's just they don't get it. They don't understand. Pyke has struggled to be that deadly threat to other supports. Not true. We're buffing some of his damage. Oh my lord, they're buffing Pyke. Oh man. We continue to positioning as the assassin support who can strike at any moment. We also are adjusting his overall damage to monsters and minions so that these changes don't make him too strong in other walls. His attack damage per level goes up. Oh man, he's gonna have more attack damage late game. His first ability, oh man, he has more damage. It does less damage to minions, but who cares? We're talking about support Pyke here. His first ability will have more damage. His third ability will have more damage. The stun is gonna be longer. Oh my god. Oh, this is so obnoxious, this champion. He's gonna be even crazier. Are you kidding me? They're buffing Pyke. This is actually not even this is quite a big buff. Because this will do a lot more damage early game. This stun duration. Oh, and it skills with lethality. It's gonna be like 2.5 to 3 second stun in the late game. Oh lord, this will be so painful to play against. I guess I'm gonna have to ban Pyke now. Riven is probably getting buffed, by the way. Riven kinda sucks right now, so I'm gonna guess she's gonna get buffed. We've noticed that, Riven is struggling during the laning phase in the Baron lane. To lend her a hand, we're giving her damage and boost. While also adjusting her damage to monsters so that she doesn't become too strong in the jungle, okay? Her Runic Blade, I'm not sure what that is. I think that's her passive damage, the damage of her passive. Now it only does 50% damage to jungle. So that's actually quite a significant jungle Riven nerf, by the way. Her first ability, is that her first ability, Broken Wings? I believe that's her first ability. Is that her first ability? I'm not sure. Wait, let's actually look it up. Riven abilities. Can you guys see the screen? I'm not sure if you guys can see this. Oh, you cannot see it. I'm just gonna look up real quick what the Riven abilities are, because so I know what it is. Runic Blade is her passive. Broken Wings is her first ability. Okay, so this is the passive damage. It does 50% damage, and this is her first ability. Oh lord, they're really buffing her first ability, actually. This will significantly make Riven, like, this will make her significantly stronger in the Baron lane. Wow. Oh no, they're doing this change as well. This is the ability that I hate on Riven. Oh no, she's gonna be able to spam her third ability again. This is gonna make Riven obnoxious again. Okay, I think Baron lane Riven will be disgusting now. Jungle Riven is actually nerfed because of this, but she's still gonna be incredibly good because of these changes. It's just her jungle clear is gonna be lower now. His jungle clear is gonna be longer. Sorry, Sion is what the hell would they do to Sion? Since they buffed Fiora because of split pushing and Hole Breaker, I'm gonna guess they did the same to Sion because Hole Breaker got nerfed. Let's see. We've seen that Sion has been struggling in the laning phase, so readjusting the damage and cost of his third ability, which should make him more of an unstoppable force against his opponents. They don't have these funny quotes anymore, by the way. I think someone else is writing the patch notes now as opposed to before. Roar of the Slayer, which is the third ability, does more damage and consumes less mana. This is not a significant buff. This is still kind of going to keep him the same, but yeah. Zed, I think he's going to get buffed. I feel like Zed is a little bit weak. I'm not sure why, but I think he's going to get buffed. We're reducing the cooldown of Zed's second ability, which should give him more flexibility to maneuver around lane and team fight so he can juke out his opponents. Okay. Good change, I would say. Honestly, good change. Because I felt like Zed was struggling perhaps a little bit. Gameplay changes. Okay, rune changes. Mark of the week. We've decreased the cooldown of this rune. Okay, mark of the week. I guess that's fine. Domination, shield bash. We've noticed Shield Bash was not providing the power that it should. We're adjusting its damage to make it more effective in the early stages of the game. So when you get a shield, you do a lot more damage now. Early game, but less late game. Glacial Augment. Glacial Augment is way too strong. I think they're gonna nerf it. It has been the go-to runes for a lot of support and it's been frustrating to play against. We're reducing its slow and damage reduction. Okay. Slowdown effect of the shield, 2% bonus health plus 20%. It's now 1.5% bonus health plus 20%. So it's gonna slow less and it's gonna reduce your damage by less. Okay. It's still gonna be very strong, by the way. Pathfinder. We're increasing the sustainability of Pathfinder so that you can move quicker when you rotate through the river to help your teammates. The old one gave you 30% bonus movement speed in the river. New one gives you 50. And the new one is gonna allow you to regenerate more lost health or mana. So they're just straight up buffing it. This is a lot stronger. 50% movement speed. This is huge. Pathfinder is going to be significantly stronger. System. Rift Herald. We're adjusting the damage Rift Herald does to turrets to ensure the overall pace of the game isn't changed too much. Damage on the first turret. Okay. So Rift Herald is not gonna take 2 turrets anymore. You know how broken it was where people put Rift Herald in a lane and straight up take 2 turrets because it would do 80% of the turret's health. All you had to do was take 600 HP from the turret off and the Herald would just one-shot the turret. Now the second hit will do significantly less damage. I love this change because this like the fact that Herald could just take 2 turrets would make him incredibly broken, you know, compared to just a teeny dragon. I love this change. This is actually a really, really good change. I don't really care about the skins. That's it, I guess. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the new patch notes. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye-bye.